thing, it'll light right up. There you go.
I love that sound.
So just hang right coming out of here.
Oh, it's tight too.
It should be as close to like a sports car as it is a luxury car now.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what it was like driving it?
Yeah,
before
it was
you
a
did
fucking
this?
shit show.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember. Yeah, no, I clearly, because I drove it over here
Yeah.
the day we brought it.
Yeah, I cruised it a little bit.
Wow.
I always like to try to drive them a bit before, just to get the before and after.
Wow. What a difference. Jeez. You know, you're sitting in this car and you go back to the year you're driving it, but you don't expect it until you get used to it.
Right.
Because this is my first resto mod I've ever sat in.
Yeah.
Remember you offered me a bunch of times to drive one and all that, and I'm like, no, I want to wait for mine.
You wanted to hold out until it was yours, right?
This is
Was it worth the wait?
10 times more, 100 times worth the wait. You know, this has got plenty of power for me.
Yeah, it's
It
got
really
plenty of
does.
power. If you really get into it, it'll downshift and it'll kind of rock and roll a little bit, but it's, for the most part, just a great mild cruiser.
The handling is, I mean, just this little bit, you could, big difference.
Yeah, so this road's always a good indication because I drive back and forth down this all the time, and I'm driving in normal trucks, normal SUVs, and these cars, a lot of them, this one especially, it soaks this stuff up better than a lot of those new cars.
I mean, this is, wow. I am literally blown away.
Nice. And then
Really blown away. Wow.
So when you get around, this is a good sweeper. Just take that corner like you would in a sports car or a
Good.
higher end luxury car and see what it,
I could do
how
that.
flat,
I could do that.
how flat the car stays.
I love what you did with the blue mat, with the blue
Sure.
bow tie.
Yep.
That's nice. It adds a little class to that. And I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is really nice.
Yeah, so this is actually, we CAD designed that. We 3D print this, so it's a plastic 3D printed panel. And then we laser cut these little inserts that go in there.
Yeah.
And it makes it look...
Unless you're looking at this when it comes on, you really can't tell it was not like that.
It's a far cry from like taking an aftermarket stereo and just stuffing it
100%.
in a hole in the dash.
This thing should get a lot of looks.
It should. It's impactful. I think the stance of it, the red line tires, when you just see it going down the road, it's a sharp looking car.
It looks meaner.
It does.
All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Holy crap.
So a totally different animal, right?
Wow. Jeez. That is very impressive.
So originally that would have kind of just rolled over on its side.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, even on the 69 Camaro I got.
Yeah.
It sounds so beautiful.
I like the exhaust note on it.
Very, very nice.
It's enough to where it sounds like there's something high performance in it, but it's not like
no, right. It's not
lumpy or
right. It's not
overbearing.
overbearing. You know, at my age, you don't want the
Right.
This is just enough.
It took me a while to figure out as I grew up, you know, to realize we're building cars for older, more mature guys. I used to want to straight
the young guys,
pipe them,
young
but
guys.
I'm growing up too. Now I don't want to hear the shit either. You know?
I'm telling you, man, I am so impressed.
Yeah, great.
This thing rides. You're right. This thing rides unbelievable.
At the end of the day, all the cool stuff to me, I mean, it doesn't matter nearly as much. The chassis
That's
is
the
what
big
makes
deal.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I know. I can see the difference.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys did an amazing job. Wow.
Thank you.
You know, I'm afraid it takes time to, in my mind, I go back to the way it was because I'm in the car.
Right.
Of course, the interior is totally different, but it's going to take me a little time to say, I can get on this damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, not like, and it's growing real fast, so I'm good.
Yeah, this car, I mean, like I told you the other day, I was on the highway at 85 miles an hour. You just cruise all day. People are looking at you like you're crazy. The top's down, and you're passing everybody in the left lane and just cruising. And it's so smooth on the highway. It's
I think a lot of people, if you're looking at this car, you really can't tell what it has done.
No.
Right? I mean,
which is what I like about the Survivor stuff, is it's understated, it's kind of shocking, but it's cool.
Like, yeah, I'm putting miles on it.
Yeah, we've got customers that, I mean, they're putting 20, 30,000 miles on some of these things here.
Oh my God.
So yeah, this is a fun little strip back here. It's got some good sweepers. and it really showcases kind of how the car
it don't
handles.
move.
No, but to keep it that flat and still have the car ride soft,
That's
is the key.
That's the key.
Because it's easy to do that, to just overspring it and put massive sway bars on it. So here it's got some big rollers that kind of unload the car, but it eats it up.
Yeah, you could just.
Yeah, and then a nice kind of off-camber sweeper here too.
I'm gonna take this curve.
Yeah. We might need that extra bolster in the seats after all.
Wow, that was a. I'm getting a little bit more now.
So you're gonna get comfortable.
Yeah,
with it.
you know, because until you feel it, you don't know what it could do.
Right.
Especially if you owned the car before.
Yeah.
Like on the Camaro, I would do, but not like that.
Right. Yeah, the Camaro should have been a more high-performance car, but it's not. So it's probably not quite like the Ferrari, but it's a far cry from any other vintage car.
For 1,000,000%. It's just like you fall in love the way he's driving more and more. I mean, we've been driving 10 minutes. It's like unbelievable. Wow. Again, here we go. That wow. Oh.
And then the brakes too. I mean, you can get in and that thing will stop. You know, it'll put you through the window if you want to.
Yeah.
So I know you were saying you didn't really care about the horsepower, but as you see, you get used to it really quick.
Yeah. For me, this has enough.
Yeah. Good.
You know, because I also want to enjoy the car, just chilling, and then I know now I got enough to get on it if I want to.
Yeah.
But the curving, that eats the whole cake. I mean, that is.
It just makes driving it
bottom line.
Makes driving it more fun because you can cruise it, but if you're feeling spicy, go throw it through some corners and have some fun with it. It's a good car to be a passenger in. I like cruising in it.
You probably haven't sat in there.
I don't sit on this side much.
Now I got a FedEx guy. Hey, get out of the way. Well, now you start thinking about what roads can I take?
I know. Changes the whole usage of the car, the driving experience.
But this is amazing. The way this car handles, the way it just. I mean, I got to tell you, you know, you hear it, you know, but you just once you feel it, once you drive it, once you're in it, then it sinks in.
Nice.
That what a difference it makes.
Yeah.
What a difference.
So there's a bump right here that I gauge everything off of because it's like a speed bump. But watch the way the car just eats it up and then settles down. Because this would usually. Wow. Yeah.
Normally it would be doing this.
Yeah, in a new car that shocks you pretty good.
Oh,
I watched a guy in a '65 Cobra this morning go over it, and I thought he was gonna go airborne. You know?
Yeah, because
just bouncing all over.
And you know,
the place.
the funny thing is, if you don't see it, you don't know about it, you don't see that.
Right.
It pops up on you.
Yep.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good little S turn here.
Oh my God, I love this. Look at this. There's not 1 ounce of nothing. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can generally look now at any of those curves that have a suggested speed limit. Like if they say curve ahead 35, you can usually double that now. And be pretty comfortable going through it.
I was going like 54, I think, right there.
Yeah.
When you drive an older car that's not been resto mod, a new chassis and all that, you actually be careful on the curves.
Well, you've got to. I mean, the front geometry in it, you know, it's got what they call like a camber curve, so it'll draw some negative camber in the wheels. So as you're going through that little bit of compression, you know, it's accounting for any minor body roll and keeping the tire contact patch perfectly flat on the street. So it's really driving you through that corner.
You know, the only bad thing about having now this car for my first time ever, now when I drive the other ones, it's going to be a little different.
Yeah. Hey, nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
You know, so I apologize.
I mean, again, I enjoy my other cars, but this is at a complete different level. I mean, just totally different. See, like, there's no way I would have done this. No way, not even close. And the handling, it's tight, it's nice, but then it's easy. It's not, wow.
Well, it's predictable, so you feel more confident driving through that corner.
I would say it's safe to say that unless it's a very, very high-end, very expensive new car, you know, Mercedes, BMW, whatever, Ferraris. A lot of them, the newer cars, doesn't have anything close to this chassis.
No. No, I wish, I used to be able to claim like we could hang with Porsches and Beamers. That was years ago. Now they've gotten so
Well, now it's
their engineering budget's just like a little bit better than ours. But we'll get there. We're working on it. But those are good cars to look at. Like, the heavy steering feel of a BMW is always something that we do our best to replicate so that you feel like you're in control of the car.
Well, that's how I felt here.
Yeah.
It was in control. There was no movement, but then it was easy to turn, and it was a little. You felt safe.
Yeah.
Where then, nothing against the older cars. I love the ones I have, but yeah, there's a difference. And
Yeah.
before, when they were new,
Yeah, hang it left, right.
nothing was even thought of to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they were just trying to keep them straight going down the road.
Exactly. Well, I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed this. My first.
Good to hear.
You did an unbelievable job.
Thank you.
Really. And I like the fact that you're so picky about little details. You're just, you're like anal, which is great.
I try to be.
Yeah, which is great.
Until I'm satisfied with it, I don't want it leaving the shop.
But you know what? The most important thing that I've learned through all this time that I've known you and working with you, I'm being very honest. You actually give a shit about the customer when he gets the car. You actually you're like a designer. If you hire a designer for your house to design, they talk to you, your wife, and even the kids and see what you like, and they start design. You're the same way, because you got to know me. You got to know how I am. You get to know what I like. You got to know what I'm looking for. And that's how you curved my car to be, which is very highly a good thing to have.
Good to hear.
Honestly, that's...
Yeah, I've tried to be conscious of that over the years, because you really want to know exactly what that customer is looking for, what their intended use is of it. Like, you looked at some of the cars in the showroom, and we've got stuff that the detail is just over the top. I mean, and the price tag kind of coincides with it. But that's, again, getting to know that's what that guy's personality was. He wanted every single thing flawless, and you just got to find what its use is going to be.
And at the end of the day, that's what we want, right? I got exactly what I wanted.
Nice.
It just exactly, you pinpoint me, and I realize it more as I drive the car. You were actually paying attention. You were asking me questions. I was telling you how I am. You were suggesting things, and I would say, no, I think I like. So, good for you and your company. I know you're the main guy there in charge of everything, but
thank you.
You hit it out of the ballpark. You really did.
I appreciate it. My goal was with the grandkids in the back, cruising to the lake, that this thing should just be flawless for you.
You'll probably go cruising today with me.
Good.